A blatant injustice has just shaken the NFL's backstage and promises to ignite debates in every training center in the country. ESPN in the United States released its highly anticipated and traditional annual ranking of the 10 best running backs for the 2026 season, based on meticulous research involving more than 70 executives, head coaches, coordinators, and scouts from the league. To the general astonishment of the coaching staff at the Star and millions of fans around the world, the Dallas Cowboys were completely ignored in the elite group. Opção 4, 4 blocos, 2.975 caracteres cada. Com todas as informações acima, transforme a notícia em um roteiro altamente envolvente para os torcedores do time. O roteiro deve conter 4 blocos, com aproximadamente 2.975 caracteres por bloco, total aproximado de 11.900 caracteres. Cada bloco deve trazer novos acontecimentos, aprofundar os fatos relevantes e manter a curiosidade do espectador até o final. Evite repetições, informações desnecessárias e qualquer tipo de enrolação. Retorne apenas o roteiro. Sempre into Jornalístico, Javonte Williams, who is coming off a spectacular year with dominant numbers carrying the franchise's running game on his back, was pushed to an unbelievable 14th place on the overall list, even missing out on honorable mentions in the document signed by journalist Jeremy Fowler. The decision generated an immediate wave of indignation, as it disregards the real impact of one of the most efficient workhorses in American football today. The behind-the-scenes buzz suggests Dallas will use this blatant disrespect from the national media as fuel to prove on the field that the committee assembled for this year is far more valuable than projections indicate. No one expected an athlete with Williams' recent output to be so severely underestimated by evaluators from the other 31 franchises. This controversial assessment changes the tone of training camp preparation and places extra pressure on our running game. Official information details that the top of the list was dominated by names like Bijan Robinson and Jahmyr Gibbs, reflecting a clear trend among executives to value hybrid running backs capable of constantly playing in the passing game. However, ignoring Javonte Williams' impact on the top 10 is a completely distorted reading of reality. Opção 4. 4 blocos, 2.976 caracteres cada. Com todas as informações acima, transforme a notícia em um roteiro altamente envolvente para os torcedores do time. O roteiro deve conter 4 blocos, com aproximadamente 2.975 caracteres por bloco, total aproximado de 11.900 caracteres. Cada bloco deve trazer novos acontecimentos, aprofundar os fatos relevantes e manter a curiosidade do espectador até o final. Evite repetições, informações desnecessárias e qualquer tipo de enrolação. Retorne apenas o roteiro. Sempre into Jornalístico last season, our number 2 jersey player steamrolled opposing defenses, accumulating an impressive 1,201 rushing yards and scoring 11 touchdowns on 252 carries. These numbers represent the highest marks of his professional career, in addition to registering a formidable average of 4.8 yards per rushing attempt. Given this unquestionable performance, the Dallas Cowboys management did not hesitate to secure the athlete's future, officially signing a 3-year contract extension worth $24 million during the offseason. Financial recognition and mutual security demonstrate the player's internal prestige, which makes the external analysis of NFL scouts even more incomprehensible and disconnected from what we see weekly on the field. Before we move on to the tactical analysis of this absurdity, I want to know your honest opinion in the comments. Do you believe that Javonte Williams' absence from ESPN's top 10 represents a historical disrespect to the Dallas Cowboys, or is the league right to demand greater versatility in the passing game from our starting running back? Leave your vote and your like to strengthen the debate. The atmosphere inside the AT&T Stadium facilities and on the training fields in Frisco is one of absolute concentration, mixed with a healthy dose of irritation at external projections. The focused silence of the athletes during on-field drills speaks volumes about the team's focus than any public statement in press conferences. The American sports media and television analysts continue to harp on the fact that Dallas's offense may suffer from a lack of dynamism at the position, but the internal atmosphere among the players is one of total confidence in the strategic planning. Offensive coordinator Brian Schottenheimer has been actively working on building an extremely physical and imposing identity. The expectation of the fans in the stands is palpable, and the general feeling is that the team is being motivated by the general skepticism of the media. The offensive linemen, known for their aggressive running game, demonstrate renewed energy in training to create openings and silence the critics. There is a clear perception that the Dallas Cowboys love to play with their backs against the wall, using the distrust of their opponents as the perfect springboard to build a dominant season and surprise their direct rivals in the NFC East Division from the very first week of official competition. To fully understand why Javonte Williams was only listed at the 14th position, it's necessary to surgically analyze how Brian Schottenheimer's tactical scheme was designed last year. The coaching staff used the running back essentially as a battering ram, a veritable tractor designed to tear through opposing defenses strictly between the tackles in the center of the field. The offensive playbook practically banned screen route plays for the position, avoided lateral pitches, and drastically limited the running back's participation, coming out of the backfield as an escape valve for short passes from Dak Prescott. Williams operated as a pure workhorse in the densest zone of the line of scrimmage, accumulating punitive yards and wearing down opposing defenders through direct physical contact. The ESPN article makes it very clear that league executives are obsessed with pass-catching athletes and justify $17 to $18 million annual contracts based on this modern versatility. Because Dallas's game plan focused on power center, the evaluators ignored the brutal efficiency of our running back. The direct consequence of this is a chronic underestimation of a player who delivered an elite season in terms of yards after first contact and pass protection in the middle of the line. Opção 4. 4 blocos, 2.975 caracteres cada. Com todas as informações acima, transforme a notícia em um roteiro altamente envolvente para os torcedores do time. O roteiro deve conter 4 blocos, com aproximadamente 2.975 caracteres por bloco, total aproximado de 11.900 caracteres. Cada bloco deve trazer novos acontecimentos, aprofundar os fatos relevantes e manter a curiosidade do espectador até o final. Evite repetições, informações desnecessárias e qualquer tipo de enrolação. Retorne apenas o roteiro. Sempre into Jornalistico. It is precisely in this scenario of external distrust that the Dallas Cowboys planning becomes something fascinating for the immediate future. The crucial point that will completely change the dynamics of our offense is the formation of a perfectly complementary running back committee led by Javonte Williams, but invigorated by 2 emerging talents who will bring the versatility demanded by the league. The standout player in training has been second-year player Jaydon Blue. Described internally as a true Swiss knife, Blue possesses an explosive 4.38-second 40-yard dash speed and has evolved significantly in terms of tactical maturity. He is being tested on kickoff returns, lined up in the slot as a receiver, and exploiting long routes against linebackers and safeties. Complementing this rotation is the imposing figure of rookie Phil Mafah, selected in the 7th round of the draft. Standing at 6'4" and weighing 222 pounds, Mafah is a tank who has shown constant improvement at Clemson and has already earned reps with the first team in training, scoring simulated touchdowns on the goal line and demonstrating a rare ability to run towards the outside sidelines of the line of scrimmage, offering a perfect balance to the physical style of play that the coaching staff demands. This profound restructuring of the backfield has gigantic implications for the future of the Dallas Cowboys in their relentless pursuit of a return to the Super Bowl. When we look at our offensive line, the presence of dominant talents like Tyler Smith, Cooper Beebe, and Tyler Booker ensures that the foundation for a historic running game is in place. The ability to alternate the devastating force of Javonte Williams among the guards with the stunning speed of Jaydon Blue on the perimeter will completely change how defensive coordinators in the NFC East will need to prepare to face America's team. Add to that equation the tactical versatility of fullback Hunter Luepke in blocking and the physical growth of Phil Mafah, and what we have is one of the deepest and most unpredictable committees in the NFL. Statistically, teams that can control the game clock efficiently and aggressively in the second half of games have a drastically higher probability of success in the NFL playoffs. Dallas doesn't need a single inflated $20 million running back to appear on magazine covers. The team needs a collective mechanism capable of punishing opponents and relieving absolute pressure off quarterback Dak Prescott's shoulders during the most tense moments of the regular season. The table is set, and the roles have been spectacularly reversed. While New York analysts and league scouts prefer to fill their lists with big names and social media athletes, the Dallas Cowboys are quietly working to build a physical machine molded to win the toughest and ugliest games through territorial dominance. Javonte Williams has publicly stated that, despite the security of his new multi-million-dollar contract, he enters this season feeling he still has everything to prove to the market, aiming for a Pro Bowl spot and the ultimate glory of the Vince Lombardi Trophy. If you're a fan who doesn't miss a single detail of this journey and wants to closely follow how this historic response will be built on the field, take this opportunity to subscribe to the channel, activate all notifications, and share this content with our immense community. The final question that remains and will define the franchise's fate in 2026 is this: will this revamped and media underestimated committee be the missing piece to bring the necessary balance to the offense and take the Cowboys back to the Super Bowl, or will the stubbornness in focusing on a running game centered between the tackles result in yet another painful frustration in January?